Oh yeah. Yep. I bought the good old American Classic, the .77. Then these are the plastic. See anything with this son? I decided to make them out of wood. So I'm a mechanic at work, industrial mechanic. So I have a lot of tools at work, like a lathe, like a milling machine, drill press, pencils, sanders, whole lot of stuff. So I made my own handles because I was looking on eBay, and they have some cool wood handles for it, grips and stuff, but it's not what I like. Not what I like to buy anyway. And so I made my own here. My idea was to go from the tip here to all the way the tip in the back, and also here in the middle. You can see I made that groove there on the pretty big because I did it like halfway, but it wouldn't open all the way. So I took my Dremel tool, carved it out. Now it opens all the way fine. I believe it's walnut because I was looking for wood at work on pallets, and I found this wood that was very heavy. I'll show you here. You cannot even see the rings on the wood. So I was looking on Google, and the closest one I could find was walnut. It's very heavy and brittle. If you hit it with a hammer, it has a high-pitched sound. So you can see this is what was left over from this one. It was right here. And that's how I made it. Two pieces, I glued them together. You can see here the line, right? But if you look at the gun, I'll show you. You can't see, you cannot see these two pieces glued together. It looks like one. Because once I put it on the sander, took care of that line. So anyways, I figured I found this wood on a pallet, but I didn't have enough to make a mistake. I had to be perfect. So I decided to do some practice with a softer wood from the pallet. So that's where I got these pieces here that I practiced on. I machine here with a milling machine. Machine that grew. Just practicing, making sure I don't make a mistake. And a good thing that I did, because I made a big mistake here. I did the same groove here, but then I wanted to run the, oh yeah, right on this side. This is the right side. I wanted to run the machine over here to make a round, the router with the bearing, and the bearing fell inside the groove and it ate it all up. So that was a mistake that I didn't want to make on the real thing. And another one mistake here was that I wanted this round edge here at the bottom. And so once I did the groove, I tried to make a round and ended up look very thin. So that gave me an idea. And the idea was to do the routing first, the router, which you can see here, around the router here, and I call this round. Do the routing first before doing this carving here. and also make a round first before doing the carving here. So I did a round here, I did the routing, and then I draw the groove the way I wanted, and then I machined it. So that's why it's good to take a practice piece with a soft wood before you do it on the good wood. Another thing here, this one is same thing. It's here made. Got a step here. So I learned that it was very thin, so it broke here. I actually glued it. You see the glue there? It broke. So this one over here, I made a wider, about 3/8 wider here, all the way around here. Also with a milling machine, I gave it the shape of the bottom barrel there, the pump barrel. Same thing here, I wanted to run the router here, but it didn't work because the bearing fell in this groove and it ate a chunk. So what I did is I ran it on the belt sounder by hand. So I rounded this part by hand instead of using the router. So I learned that the hard way right here. So yeah, that's what I recommend. Also, I recommend doing this if you're gonna do your own. You have this here, right? This shape in here, you're gonna cut it here first. Don't carve the outside. Don't carve the shape of the outside, leave it like this square. So I carve the insides, and then I put this big square here, and it fit perfect. And then I went out and started carving the outside. The same thing with this. I carved the inside first, I put it there, and when it was perfect, it was a big block for the inside mesh. Once it was perfect, then I started shaping the outside. So that's how I ended up. I tried to give it the same shape here. That's the original one, kind of. Because it felt good on my hand. So, and I wanted to make a left-handed and right-handed. And this is what I use. So far everything's been free except that over there. I use this through oil. You can't stop through oil. This was free because I already had it. It's a little bit left. This is red oak. I gave it a red oak because I like the color of the old school guns. I like it better though when it was flat without the through oil, but I leave it the way it is. I like it. That's about it. I made this stand here with the same pallet. This is the lighter wood, but the pallet had different planks of wood. I guess somebody fixed it and they used different planks. That's how I ended up with the walnut. I put 2 screws on the bottom of this can to hold it there. And I put some felt. They won't get scratched, and then we got this. It's a copper wire. I made a hole there to hold it. This copper is to unjam the gun, because it unjam the gun right here at the show you. Pull this back. When I put the pellet in there and I was going to push it in, the pellet, because it's nose heavy, it turned around and the skirt went in first and it got jammed in there. The first thing I thought is like, oh, no big deal, I just blow through there. And then I remember in Puerto Rico when we were kids, they were shooting guns, shooting birds and stuff. And then I heard of a guy that got shot. He went to blow through there and it went off. Went right in the roof of his mouth. And when he went to the hospital, they couldn't take it out. They were better. They said it's better just to leave it there. So he lived with that pellet or BB gun. I'm not sure what it was. BB anyway. So a pellet or BB anyways, he had to live with that and stuck in there forever. So he's like, so yeah, don't do that. On top of it, look at this. I made such a mistake. I had the gun like this. And I pressed the trigger and it freaking went off. The hammer was cocked back, but it went forward. And the pellet was backwards, so it went forward and it shot right into that tree. Lucky I fucking didn't hit anything, including myself on my car over there. So anyways, yeah. And it happened again, about 10 minutes later. The freaking pellet turned around and got stuck in there again. But that's why I made this. This is copper, this is soft metal. So I put it right in there and push the pellet back. So don't blow with your mouth. And yeah, these guns, they say they're very accurate as soon as you buy them, but really, they're not. They're not. They could be with a little work, easy stuff like, for example, over here. If you put your you buy it new, you put your finger here and you push up and down the barrel, left to right, it moves over here. But this plastic is supposed to be tight here, but it's very loose. It was. So when I took this barrel, when I took this barrel off to put this mount, what I did is I wiped the tip with alcohol and I put 2 layers of electrical tape, that black thin tape, and I pushed it in there so it's nice and tight now. It doesn't move anywhere. I think that's the problem I was having, that I was trying to shoot with this sight, and I had it all the way to the left and I could not hit the freaking target, the bullseye. So to hit the bullseye, I had to shoot 2 inches to the left. If I shoot 2 inches to the left, I will hit the target. And I couldn't move this anymore this way. And I think it was because of that I was loose. And you know, when you got a moving barrel, it's gonna do whatever it wants. This is the best thing I did. This is so accurate. Oh, it shoots a laser from here that, well, for the people that don't know, kind of like a laser. It's a red dot, and it reflects on the glass. And wherever you put that dot, you're gonna hit. But you have to adjust it. You got your adjustment here. You turn it, goes up and down. Then you have another one over here. For your left and right, what they call windish. And then over here you got your battery. It's like one of those quarter-size batteries, and then you got your on and off switch here. It's hard to forget to shut it off, so keep that in mind. Another thing to make it shoot from factory is the spring of this. Oh my God, look at that! It was cut. When I used to go like this, it used to go like. You could hear the spring sounding. I just did that today. I took this side out. Took this side out. Took the blade out. I took the trigger off and the other piece here, and I greased it. I greased everything really good. Then I took the spring The spring was, let's see, I wrote it here, 1 and 5/16 long. So I took that torch over there on top of the table, and I hit it like 3 coils of the spring, and I pressed them with the with a needle nose pliers. I pressed them in, and I made it shorter to 1 and 1/16. But then it was too short, and when I pull this back, it will not stay back. It will go forward because there wasn't enough spring tension that way. So I had to stretch it a little bit. I stretched it to 1 and 3/8. So instead of 5 1/16, you go to 1 and 3/8, and it's perfect. I mean, now it's not herky jerky anymore. It's nice and smooth. Hair trigger. So now that makes it so much more accurate. I would test it, but somebody parked the car over there. I have that can over there. I've been blinking on. So far so good. I think I'm not gonna do anything else to it. I really like wood, that's why I made all that wood over it. Another thing is, yeah, the way I made this, I got rid of that space here in between. That people usually have up to here and then over here. And all this is metal, now it's all covered. Let me see if I can open this up to show you the inside. Sunny today, I think. So yeah, if I was to do it again, I would get like the satin clear that is not shiny. That's about it. I bought it because I had some birds that fucking with me for 3 years. Been fighting with these birds they're making here. Nests, and I keep breaking them off, and they keep coming back, and then they shit all over the place. There's 2 of them, and then they shit inside my convertible here. Fucking shit all over my seats. They shit over my buggy. So anyways, I came one day, it was getting dark, so I put one pump. I opened that door, and it was only like 6 feet. And they were right there on the pipe. With one pump, I put the dot right on the chest, and one popped, and there was a feather falling down, and I had never seen that bird again. He's dead. The other one comes around, and they really bother me because they will make fun of me actually. They will fly towards me, and then in the last second they will turn real fast, but they're really fast birds. And I got so pissed off, I went on Google and Googled them out, and they're called white-faced swift. Also, I was here practicing one day, and there was mice over there. I put a dot on it. I only had 3 pumps on it, but that was enough. That sucker was jumping all over the place. And I also have snakes. I saw like a 4-footer snake over there. There was another one over here, and there was a black one up in the front. So pest control, now I have birds like those. I don't shoot those. I call those friendly because they eat all the bugs in there. Every time I see them, they got a bug on their beak. So those are my friends. They don't come in here and bother me like the other two. So I leave those alone. Anyway, I think that's it.